Good morning to all. So today's point of discussion is abnormal molecular masses and Van 't Hoff's factor. Now, molecular mass of solute in a solution can be determined using colligative properties method. So one can do that. One can calculate the molecular mass of solute using any colligative property method. So, but if the solute in solution undergo association or dissociation, then there comes deviation in measuring the value of colligative property, and there comes a deviation in determination of molecular mass of that solute also. So let's see the problems. What are the abnormalities and why abnormalities come during the calculation. So first of all, we can discuss the abnormal molecular or molar masses due to association. Now let's consider that the solute in solution undergo association. Now familiar example of this type is the solution of acetic acid in benzene. So remember, solution acetic acid when mixed with benzene, then acetic acid undergo association. So it tend to associate. So due to association, what happens? Total number of molecular particles in the solution decreases. So that is the very first thing to be observed. So what? Due to this, total number of molecular particles in solution decreases. And remember, the value of colligative property goes on decreasing. Remember, colligative property is a property which depend entirely upon the number of particles of solute. Thus, due to association, if number of molecular particles decreases, then no doubt value of colligative property also goes on decreasing. And remember, value of colligative property is inversely proportional to the molecular mass of solute. This is to be noted. So what? Value of colligative property is inversely proportional to the molecular mass or molar mass of solute used in that solution. Thus, due to decrease in the number of molecular particles, the value of colligative property seems to get decreased. What? Value of colligative property decreases. What? Due to association, and that lead to the increased calculation of the molecular mass. If we are discussing acetic acid, remember, molecular mass of acetic acid is 60. So if we add acetic acid in benzene and we consider that solution and we do the calculation using any colligative property method, then the molecular mass of acetic acid comes merely double. Approximately 120, means greater than the original. So that is the problem. So the molar mass of solute calculated is greater than the original. So this is the problem. So now for this problem should be sorted out for sure. Now let's see another abnormality. So this was the abnormality due to association. Now let us consider a solution in which solute undergo dissociation. So another thing is abnormal molecular or molar masses due to dissociation. Now consider a solute in a solution undergo dissociation. Now we know very well that ionic solutes undergo dissociation in polar solvents. Now due to dissociation, what happens? Number of particles double or triples depending upon the added solute. I mean the molecular particles in solution increases due to dissociation. Now due to dissociation, number of molecular particles in solution increases. So due to increase in number of particles, I mean number of molecular particles in solution, value of colligative property also increases. Value of colligative property increases, and we know very well that the value of colligative property is inversely proportional to the molar mass of solute. So due to increase in value of colligative property, the molecular mass calculated for solute is lesser than the original. So this is very important thing. So molar mass of solute calculated is lesser than the original. So this is the problem. So whether solute undergo association or dissociation, it creates a problem. I mean calculative problem. There comes a deviation while calculating the molecular mass. So in order to fix this problem, Van't suggested or introduced a correction factor, what we call Van't factor. So Van't factor is a correction factor by using which one can fix these problems. So let's see Van't factor first of all. So Van't factor, which is represented by I. So it is a correction factor. It is a correction factor. So Van't factor is a ratio of the observed colligative property of a solute, then whether it is associated or dissociated, and the colligative property of non-electrolyte solution, provided molar concentrations should be equal. When we compare a solution of electrolyte with the solution of non-electrolyte, then the concentration should be equal, and the ratio whatever comes, that gives the Van't factor. So in simple words, one can say that Van't factor is the observed colligative property of electrolyte upon the colligative property, that is calculated colligative property. And when we do that, we must use the non-electrolyte solution. So in simple words, in another way one can say that the colligative property of electrolyte upon the colligative property of non-electrolyte of same concentration. So remember, concentration of these two solution must be equal, and whatever ratio comes, that gives the Van-Hoff's factor. So using Van-Hoff factor, one can fix this problem. Then how the problem can be fixed? If we are calculating molar mass absolute using boiling point elevation method, then delta TB is equal to Kb into molality into Van-Hoff factor. If the solute undergo association or dissociation, then we need to use Van-Hoff factor right here in order to fix that problem. Remember, for the electrolyte undergoing dissociation, Van-Hoff factor is greater than 1, and the solute which undergo association, for that Van-Hoff factor comes less than 1. So another thing, if we are using depression in freezing point method to calculate what the molar mass of solute, then using Van-Hoff factor, that problem can be sorted out like this: delta TF is equal to Kf into molality into Van-Hoff factor. So Van-Hoff factor is a correction factor which fixes the problems, and in this way the problem can be resolved. Now let's see the relation between Van-Hoff's factor and degree of dissociation. Van-Hoff factor is represented by I, and degree of dissociation is represented by alpha. Now consider 1 mole of electrolyte. Consider 1 mole of electrolyte AxBy. Then AxBy dissociates as it dissociates as. Now let's see how it dissociates. AxBy gives XaY plus YBX minus. This is the dissociation if electrolyte dissociates. Then initially, I mean when the electrolyte to be added, I mean initially it not dissociated, it is not dissociated, thus the moles, we are using 1 mole of it, thus the value of AxBy seems to be 1, and no dissociation, therefore no ions are there. But at equilibrium, let out of 1 mole alpha moles get dissociated. If out of 1 mole alpha moles get dissociated, then the number of moles of Ay plus will be X alpha, and number of moles of Bx minus will be Y alpha, and the number of moles which remained undissociated will be 1 minus alpha. Remember all these things after dissociation, I mean dissociated moles and mole which remained undissociated remain in the solution. Thus the total number of moles in solution is given as the addition of all these ingredients. So M total, that is total number of moles, will be equal to 1 minus alpha plus X alpha plus Y alpha. So further this can be given as 1 plus alpha into X plus Y minus 1. Now X plus Y gives total number of the ions in the solution, number of ions, total ions in the solution. So thus let x plus y be the n, then this comes total moles is equal to 1 plus alpha into n minus 1. Now want of factor. We know that the want of factor is the observed colligative property divided by the calculated colligative property. Now we have considered 1 mole of solute, and on dissociation we are receiving this much moles. Thus want of factor I is equal to 1 plus alpha into n minus 1. This is the total number of moles after dissociation, divided by 1, as we considered just 1 mole of electrolyte AX By. So this can be given as alpha n minus 1 is equal to I minus 1. Thus alpha is equal to I minus 1 upon n minus 1. So this is the relationship between degree of dissociation and want of factor when solute undergo dissociation. Now for association, I mean degree of association and want of factor. Degree of association and want of factor are related as now alpha is equal to I minus 1 by 1 by n minus 1. So this is the relationship between degree of association and want of factor. Thank you very much.